Good morning, folks. Happy Monday. Since I'm not from Buffalo, I just questioned Jeff on whether today is officially Dingus Day. I think it is. So if it is, happy Dingus Day to all of us in Buffalo. And enjoy it if you can. So going through my list here, one of the questions that was posed to me over the weekend via email was, why don't we mandate the residents to wear masks? So I'll take that in a couple of parts. So I want to reiterate, of course, that it's mandated for staff to wear masks. So staff moving through the community, no matter whether it's our healthcare staff, our dining staff, housekeeping staff, etc., will be wearing a mask, and I do as well. And the only reason I have mine off is because you wouldn't be able to understand me if I had it on right now. So staff is mandated to wear masks, and so the other question is, well, why don't you mandate residents to wear masks? And I mean, the simple answer is, I can't. I mean, our independent residents are independent, and I've been saying this all along. You've heard me up here beg and plead on the social distancing and follow the recommendations that are out there, and you'll continue to hear me doing that. At this point, wearing a mask has been judged to be good practice, and it's certainly highly recommended. So I would definitely recommend our residents to wear masks if they have them available or make them. I can tell you that on the list that we have for the masks that I promised, there are 75 on the list here, and if you remember, I promised 40 here, and there's 17 residents for masks on the list down at Gates, and if you remember, I promised 10 down there. As of this morning, I think we're going to be able to accommodate everybody on those lists. So while the 50 masks, the disposable masks that we've been waiting for and actually shipped last Thursday are not here yet, you've heard me say this, it could be any day. We did have one of our housekeepers who, Hoy, I've talked about Hoy a little bit here. Hoy has probably made 100 masks over the last 3 weeks and distributed them to staff, etc. The lovely mask that Chuck Kanji has that you can't see over here to my right is an official Hoy mask. She does an awesome job. She made us another 25. So we are in the process of distributing the first 15 residents that are on the list here for Williamsville. Those masks are going to be distributed this morning. And then I have 10 masks that are going down to Gates for the first 10 residents that are on that list at Gates Circle. Those will be distributed later today. We will, as a result of Hoy's generous work and prolific sewing, and apparently her husband now has no t-shirts. So, which is awesome. So as a result of that, we're going to be able to accommodate all 75 residents on the list here and all 17 residents at Gate Circle that are on that list. As soon as I get those other 50 washable masks in, those will be distributed as well. Could be today, could be tomorrow. Let's hope very, very soon. So again, I go back to mandating the residents to wear masks. It's great practice, highly recommend it, but I don't know how I would enforce or police that. I can only continue to encourage good practice, whether it's the social distancing, which is proven to be critical, the mask wearing, realistically, the wearing of the mask is so that if you are infected, you're not giving the infection away to other people. It doesn't necessarily, it hasn't been proven wearing the mask is going to be truly effective for you getting the infection. It's more giving. which is critical either way. And so I want to also say that if residents want masks that they haven't signed up, they want not one of the 75 here or the 17 down at Gates, give our front desk a call at both places, receptionist, and we're going to continue to try to accommodate as many residents as possible who don't have access to masks. Just going down my list here. So it was pointed out to me this morning by Israel DeMarco, who's our health center administrator, who, by the way, you know, him and the entire leadership team of the health centers are doing a tremendous job. That's been exactly 1 month today that we locked down visitation, meaning no visitation in our health centers, no outside visitation. And it's a milestone, of course, but it's certainly not an anniversary that we want to celebrate. But it has been a full month. It's hard to believe it's been that long, but it has. And it's going to be, I would say, within a health center, within nursing homes. I was thinking about this. While it may be a month or two when the society kind of opens up, I mean, that's a possibility now. I don't know what that looks like for nursing homes in the near future. I don't know how that opens up. I really don't. And that'll be something to see, or something to, you know, it's going to be interesting what happens with the Department of Health and the CDC in New York State. We know how prolific this virus has been in nursing homes throughout the country. We've all read the numbers, and they're absolutely horrifying. And so I don't know when or how that changes, I'll be honest with you. We have, within our nursing home, actually set up 4 rooms as isolation rooms. And so there's specific guidelines that we've gone through to be able to do that. And so those rooms are set aside for if and when a nursing home resident, a skilled nursing resident test positive, or we think, even waiting for a test, they might be positive for the virus. They would be put in those rooms. There's specific protocols, there's specific staff will be taking care of them with specific personal protective equipment, etc. We've even ordered separate air purification systems for each one of those rooms, so that we're going to do everything we can if and when we get a nursing home resident that is positive to effectively take care of them, keep them safe, keep the staff that's taking care of them safe. So that just happened late last week. I can tell you that these isolation rooms, just to be clear, are just for skilled nursing residents. They're for residents that are currently in skilled nursing. We would not be taking an independent resident who perhaps would test positive for the virus and moving them to those rooms, or even an assisted living resident and moving them to those rooms. For obvious reasons, it would bring the virus from outside into a skilled nursing environment, and that's the worst thing that could happen. So we would not be doing that. These are just for skilled nursing residents to be able to be cared for in these specialized rooms. On the good side, Tracy's fitness videos are up. So they're easily accessible on YouTube. So if you go into your computer browser and you type in YouTube, you go to their site and you simply type in Canterbury Woods fitness video. I did it myself this morning. They pop right up, and you can pick the video that you'd like to use. And yeah, I already saw one of the videos has like 40 views. It just went up on Friday, and at least 40 people have actually accessed it already, and hopefully they're working out with it. So great. And as Tracy and Susan do more videos, which I hear that they're going to be doing, those will be posted as well. I want to reiterate also that we continue with our wellness calls. So whether you're here at Gates, or whether you're here at Williamsville or you're at Gates Circle, you should have received several wellness calls, probably about once a week over the last couple weeks, either from Don Wilkes or Karen Sergey at Gates Circle, or Lynn Slepian here. Again, asking you how you're doing, how you're feeling, if there's anything that we can do for you. And we found those to be very, very helpful, because I actually have a conference call with all those folks once a week to talk about opportunities to improve the services that we're offering to our residents. Helps us, keep tabs on you, so to speak. So those will continue. Again, I also want to reiterate, if you are feeling ill, do not hesitate here at Williamsville to call Lynn Slepian 929-5102, and Lynn will arrange to come to your apartment or patio home and take your temperature or talk to you about how you're feeling. At Gates Circle, the number is 929-5606, and that's the wellness clinic there. And that will, and either Rasan or one of the other nurses there will call you back and set up an appointment for you to come to their wellness clinic. And again, talk to you about how you're feeling, maybe take your temperature, etc. So please don't hesitate to use those services here if you are feeling ill. Thank you, and have a nice Monday and Tuesday. See you back on Wednesday.